Hello everyone and welcome back to Victoria 3. We're trying to puppet the Ottoman Empire in 1838. Yeah, this has cost us, I think, somewhere in the neighborhood of 225 infamy. So, you know, a fair number of radicals. People are not happy about this at all. Nor should they be, frankly. I mean, it's ambitious verging on stupid, so we're going to have to do something about that sooner rather than later. We are trying to abolish serfdom, but I'm not confident in an 8.3% chance succeeding. Plus, I mean, it's a huge stall chance, basically 50-50 stall, which is not what you want to see happen, ever. But at least we are working towards solving our government administration problem. We're going to need a couple of paper mills in Ingria to keep those costs down, and then we're going to have to build a couple more administrations as well, just to clear that 0 point, let alone move into a little bit better. Generals moved, why? Basra Luristan, okay, one of these must have closed. Okay, now we're pushing back the Omanis pretty handily, or at least consolidating, crushing them in Persia. This should wipe out their whole army, frankly. It really should. They have no path to retreat. So I would have expected that. Bad fight here. It looks like 2,000 against 6,000. We might lose some progress if we lose this, since it is an attack. And if you lose during an attack, you can lose some ground. Pushback, I suppose. It makes sense. I like it. It's a little screwy, but it's fine. And then any radicals we have right now, we should be able to assuage their concerns with some nice laws. Purchasing emancipation. Oh, negative 15% bureaucracy is going to be crippling. But all of Russia getting negative 2 standard of living for lower strata would be crippling as well. So we're just going to have to take it. It's a huge income hit, but we can survive it for right now, and when it goes away, we'll pop into the positive, so it's just more reason to keep building these government administration buildings like nothing has changed, which for right now it hasn't, so that's okay. If we look at this, we are ever so slightly winning the war support battle, and it looks like Persia might be able to start pushing in. Oh, I'm not terribly confident of that. See, the thing that's happening is the Kalat, or Baluchistani, I suppose, military is so small that they're losing us on, well, they're losing on manpower and morale. If we take a look at their army, mobilized 14 of them, let's see. Yeah, look at these regiments are all under strength. So even though their morale is better, their numbers are failing, and that attrition is going to be deadly as they start to get worn down by the fresh regiments of the Persian army. It's why numbers tell, oftentimes, especially when you don't think that they should. If we take a look, yeah, these guys, that's not terrible, honestly. Let's take a look at the army generally. The men of Resid Mehmed. Defensive strategist, that's why we had such a hard time pushing in. And, yeah, I mean, his guys are getting worn down. I'm sure mine are as well, but, I mean, yeah, a couple of fresh ones at 1,000. Ooh, starting to get that visual glitch again, I hate that. Well, as if we look at my army, how many of these are still fresh? Not many. We have one there. It's already sooner than with our opponents. Yeah, okay. I mean, it could be better, honestly. It would be better if we had a professional army system as well, because I'm not going to be using reserves unless I absolutely have to. We are pushing in the south, it looks like, but this battle is going poorly. No, it's okay. If we take turns winning places, we're still winning, and we have now gotten onto some Kaladi land. You can see right away, that's a big blow to war support, just being on your opponent's ground. So even if it's just a little bit, if you can take a tiny bit of land and then hold, sometimes that is good enough. At least for incremental progress, which is what this game is about, right? You don't want to rush head in. You're going to eventually end up paying for it, and nobody wants to do that. So let's see. Oh, Nikolai is not there yet. Pavlograd is here. Baghdad Larstan front, which is that. We're going to, once that fight's over, I think I want to move these guys. We could put them back on standby to recover their strength, but I think I want to move them to the Persian front to help push through. Or we could go up here. Hey, that's a better fight. Look at that. That's a much better fight. We did lose a little bit of ground, but we should make up for it with that land grab, plus pushing in on this side here. Oh, that was marginal. Come on, guys. You can do better than that. I know we don't have bicycle messengers, but that first bite into the Ottoman territory was so encouraging. I thought would lead to, ooh, yeah, more, like that. Do that some more. Actually, if you can split that off, that'd be wonderful. We could create a couple different fronts there and rapidly push toward the capital. Here's another exhausted fight, and you can see, I mean, there's 7 regiments there, but their starting strength was only 4.4 out of 7,000. They're not able to replenish. Kalat just doesn't have it in their capacity to do, which, yeah, I mean, that works for me. It's a brutal, bloody way of winning, but it is still winning. And skipping the strait here should be pretty nice, too, if we can get it. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. Because the Trucial Straits are in the way. We won't be able to push into Oman proper. But if Kalat decides to capitulate, then that shouldn't be too big of an issue. 2.18 million radicals, and a lot of that is from standard of living. Some of that's going to be from our men dying or being sent back as dependents and then lowering the standard of living of everyone around them. So we do have to take care of that. Some of that is also from the additional tax burden, because we did increase a liquor tax, which is never something that you want to do if you want happy populace. So we're actually going to drop that. We can sustain the -40 for just a bit longer. And that should decrease our radicals a little bit. Well, actually not as much as doing... You know what? Give me that liquor tax back. We're going to drop this. Okay, and the reason for that is just... Well, you know what? How much are we getting from that liquor tax? 10.5? Yeah, alright. There's no good way out of this for right now. The reason that I switched to the lower taxation is just to decrease the multiplier for standard of living. Slow the radicalism that way, which is something. It's not perfect, but it is something. Looks like we've lost an attack here, lost a little bit of land. Really annoying to have to deal with that again and again and again, but I can't imagine that the smaller Ottoman army is going to stay healthy for that much longer. So the next fight that starts, we'll take a look and see if their regiments are still at full strength. Let's see. Everyone's consolidated here. Don't love that. But it should help us push through a little bit faster. And I don't even want to take a look at the casualties we've taken. Yeah, 216,000 dead, 117,000 wounded. And most of these dead are from attrition. Yeah. Only 14,000 from battle, and 10 times that from attrition. I mean, those were the historical circumstances too, and they're absolutely terrifying. Ooh. Let's go with the guaranteed positive result. We only got the plus 10%, but that's okay. And we did get the lathe technology, which is not something we're going to use right now. We don't have the dye for dye workshops, and we might be able to do furniture. Let's take a look at urban furniture manufactories. Tools plus 50 more in total. Tools are very expensive right now anyway, but let's go for it. And then we'll get another tooling workshop or two queued up in Moscow. And then behind that we'll have to go in with more government administration buildings in Ingria. But at least for building things at a steady clip. Looks like there might be a slight... Ooh, shortage of dyes. Okay, will anyone give us dyes? Yeah, I mean the Dutch will. It's a little bit of bureaucracy that we don't want to spend, but I don't think we have much choice. And if we take a look... Oh, nope. Come on. So many different tooltips, and none of them the one that we want. We did not start off all that healthy. Actually, no, we did. We started off kind of healthy. So did they. They started off about 2,000 men down. I was hoping for better at this point. And we were losing more land with every failed attack. So, not really what we want to see. But we are wearing them down slowly but surely. I mean, they only have 145 regular battalions, 56,000 levies. This is why they usually lose to Egypt at the start. I mean, yeah, it's pretty even. You'd think they would be able to do more. Well, no. Looks like Egypt has better technology. I haven't really scoped that one out, but okay. Look at this. We have a almost perfectly healthy 5,000 men going in against 13,000 that are less healthy at the start, but this is just a suicidal attack. What are you doing other than losing us ground? Ugh. Ugh, ugh, ugh. We have not taken the path of least resistance, but I mean, that's never fun anyway, so this is better, this is more like it. The actual men on the ground are relatively comparable. Hamburg back down against Prussia. Okay, I'm not sure I really care. Are they still our ally? Antagonistic. I'm gonna go with no. Okay, that's fine. We don't have that many Udin people, so it's not that big of a debuff. Okay, this has slowed down a little bit. The change to taxation seems to have helped out, and we should be able to withstand this for a little bit longer. We spent a lot of money on it, but frankly, most of our money trouble comes from the serfdom abolition, screwing our bureaucracy again. Okay, these guys are falling now. Let's see. Why do we have that many men over there? Nobody over here. Oh, who knows. The superior Russian forces, 47,000 of us versus, sorry, 47 versus 26, will pound through the remaining Bulukistanis pretty quickly, so at least Kalat will fall. And we'll be able to consolidate into a single war. This is stupid! Why are you doing this? Ugh. Okay, yeah, same thing here. 5 against 16. We outnumber them on this front. Nearly 2 to 1. My frustrations with that system know no bounds. But at least the war support is getting to be a little bit untenable. Which, if we take a look at... let's see... their war support's plus 10, but that's going down 2.2 every week. Could be better. Could be better, but it will be better the more we push in and the more exhausted they become. Now, finally, a fight that we should win. Even odds, we will win every time. Just out of better stats. Yeah. I mean, not a bad roll there. Morale loss is increasing again. Very nice. Very, very nice. Finally. Finally. Why do we have to have one good fight followed by 4 bad fights? That's my question. But, I guess some things are just how they are. So, the Persians are leading the way again, and because of that we are losing ever so slightly, but look at that. They're down to barely a third strength in their fight. Ottoman's still holding up better than I thought they would, but, you know, that's okay. We dropped in another 9 fresh battalions, right? So 9,000 men out of 9,000. So, the attrition game is working, it's just taking a little bit longer than I had wanted, because we keep taking idiotic attacks. I mean, we nearly won this one, and this was very much a lopsided fight to begin with, so, I mean, I guess eventually, but look at that, we just lost more land in Basra. This whole place should have been pushed through well before now, and yeah, we got more land here, but we still need another probably 2 good fights before we can close off anything. And that would really be the accomplishment there. Okay, well, you know what? That's all we've got for today. I expect the war will end tomorrow, so do hang around if you want to see that. Thank you all for watching, and yeah, we'll see you again real soon.